Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to my channel because in this episode I'm going to make a set of drifts. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, so every blacksmith's workshop needs a set of drifts for if you're punching holes in hot metal and you want to expand that hole. The best thing to do it with is a drift, and put the drift through size by size, expanding, and that helps to keep the mass in the metal that you want to make that hole in to the sides. That's why blacksmiths makes them. That's why I'm going to make them. They're a very simple tool, they're a very easy tool, but they're a fundamental tool. And I'm going to build up my workshop, and that's one of the first things I'm going to make. So let's get out to the smithy and make a set of drifts. Well, there you are, ladies and gentlemen. That's the end of that forging. What I've made, I'm only going to show you one of them because who wants to watch 5 drifts being made? Nobody, right? So I'm just going to show you the 1-inch one that I made, you know. And all I did is the same as any other drift that you see on any other channel. It's got a short tapered end there. This is the struck end. This is where you whomp it with your hammer, you know. And that's just so that when it deforms a little bit and flowers out, it'll still go through, and then you can dress it up later. The other end is basically a short point, rounded. The actual point doesn't make any difference. The tip of it doesn't make any difference because as long as you've drifted a hole slightly larger than the starting point of this hole, it'll go in, and then you can just hammer it through and it'll end up the same size as this. all of the drifts I've made are standard sizes for Australia. I've started off with a 12mm, that's half an inch, and this one is 24mm, which is just a sneaky bit under 1 inch imperial. And what I did actually before I got going, I made a recognise these, anybody? You know, these are the Collins type tongs. And I mentioned in the start of that video that the tongs could be adaptable to almost any shape. And when I realised I couldn't grab hold of that, I thought I'll make a set of my own little tongs. These ones took me slightly longer to make, or maybe about 20 minutes, something like that. All I did was I upset the end, I flattened it out, I turned it into a roundy shape, you know, like roundy tongs. Did the same thing to that end, put them together, aligned them and dressed them a little bit, you know, and so that they would grab hold of that piece of 1 inch round like that, so I could forge with it. I've got to say, these worked really, really well, surprisingly well, although I don't know why I should be surprised. I'm the one that invented them, okay, they should bloody work. But they grabbed that really well and they forged really well. I was really, really pleased. So there you go, there's another little bit of learning that I've had, a little bit of learning that you've got from watching me do it. So, and I think that's what it's all about, YouTube, blacksmiths, spreading out that knowledge, letting everybody know what's happening, so that other people can have a go at it. So drifts are a fundamental blacksmith's tool that everybody needs. Saw a bit of footage there of me drifting out that piece of hot flat bar out to ½ inch. You know, so I would encourage everybody to make them. You know, these are a fundamental blacksmith's tool. They will really enhance the work that you're doing. It'll make things so much easier for you to get out into your smithy, make things. And that's what it's all about. It's all about creation. It's all about being creative and applying what knowledge you've got and the tools that you have to the projects that you're making. I hope this little video has been at least a little bit entertaining. It's certainly not going to be boring. I'm not showing you making 5 of them, you know. So, and you saw a new set of tongs there working, you know, in that job, and so that's fantastic. So I hope you got a bit out of that. Get out of your smithy and go and make some drifts. Go on. Until I make my next little tool video, thanks for watching this one, and we'll see you later.